Today, Friday, the 31st of January 2025, we have some hand-picked match predictions to share with you, which of course will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to have access to our hand-pick event, which of course we have shared to members only, as well as match prediction for corner kicks and goals probability based on our top list of top 5 and top 10 event of game predictions, 1.5 goals, match prediction picks, and corner kicks, then you want to make sure to become a member of either the Level 2 Pro plan or the Level 3 Master plan to start having access to these features with which ought to take your winning to the next level. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. You want to make sure to go ahead to navigate, locate that link, join as a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to start to have access to our handpick event to take your winning to the next height. So without wasting time, let's begin to the event of today. But before we begin, let's look at the result of yesterday's event. So I want to say congratulations to those of you who follow us based on the yesterday games we shared. Of course, we all register wins. So let's proceed to the event result of yesterday. So looking at the event of yesterday, we had a total of 9 events and 7 of these events were successful. So congratulations for we register wins. Beginning with games from the Europa League, we had a total of 4 games from the Europa League and all the 4 games were successful. Looking at the first, Ajax against Galatasaray, we looked at least 1.5 goals or 2 goals over in full time. It ended as 2-1, making a total of 3 goals and was successful. Looking at the next, Lyon against Ludogorets, we looked at least 1.5 goal in full time. It ended as 1-1, a total of 2 goals, successful. In the next, we looked at Olympiacos Piraeus against Qarabağ, and we said that Olympiacos will lead and also the possibility of at least 1.5 goals or 2 goals over. Both cases were true. Olympiacos lead, and we also have the possibility of 1.5 goals or 2 goals over. Successful. In the next, we looked at Tottenham against Elfsberg, and we also state that Tottenham will lead and also the possibility of 1.5 and 2 goals over. Both cases were true and it was successful. So congratulations to you all that make picks from the Europa League. For all these cases were successful. Let's look at the next set of successful events. In the next, we looked at United Arab Emirates, Al Batteh against Shabab Ali, Dubai. We looked at the away team to lead and also 1.5 and 2.5 goals. Both cases were true. We had a total of 4 goals, 3 against 1, with Al Shabab leading. Successful. In the next, we looked at Saudi Arabia in the professional league, Al Aruba against Ali SC. We said that the away is going to lead and also at least 1.5 goal in full time. The away team lead and 2 goals occurred, which made it successful. In the next, we looked at Cup Italy Women, Juventus against Lazio, and we looked at 1.5 and 2.5 goals. It ended as 3-2, making a total 1.5 and 2.5 goals successful. In the next, we looked at Saudi Arabia in the professional league, Al Raid against Al Nas, and we looked at Al Nas to lead and also 1.5 or 2 goals over. Both cases were true, successful. That gave us a total of 7 out of 9, which was successful event. Now we had 2 events that were shortage of goal, and the 2 was one in the Premier League Women of Wales, where we looked at least 1.5 goals. It ended at just 1, with a lack of 1. And finally, the last game was in the Azerbaijan First League, Gabala against Baku, where it ended as 0-0, which was not successful. So we had a total of 7 out of 9 successful events. Congratulations. And let's now proceed to the event of today. So now let's look at today's event. But before we proceed, I have a quick announcement to make. If you come here to the front page of our channel here on this area that says home, you're going to notice that we provide match prediction events based on goals and corner kick events with huge odds which we share to members only. And of course, you can as well access the members only match prediction section to take advantage of our hand-pick event with each odds to take your winning to the next height. For those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. You want to make sure to go ahead to join as a member of either Level 2 Pro Plan or the Level 3 Master Plan to start to have access to our hand-pick events which we share to members only to take your winning to the next height. Also, of course, once you become a member of either Level 2 or Level 3 Masterclass or Master Plan, you are not only going to have access to our hand-picked match prediction events, but you have more additional features. For example, if you become a member of the Level 2 Pro Plan, you have access to our top-notch betting class tutorials, which is being titled as the Level 2 Pro classes. For the Level 2 Pro, once you become member of the Level 2 Pro Plan, you have access to these match prediction tutorials, like live match corner kick strategy, which we have revealed, a simple trick to also make consistent win, never seen match prediction strategy to take your winning to the next level, and a comeback strategy for winning, as well as never seen straight win and over 2.5 goal match prediction strategy explained, as well as 99% win rate strategy to see how you can find your own picks and start to make consistent win. These are for members that become, or those that become a member of the Level 2 Pro Plan once you join the package. But if you become a member of the Level 3 Master Plan, you have access to our Level 3 Master Classes, as you can see here, which will give you access to our AI tool, which we use to find games in terms of goal probability and straight win, as well as our Game Changer match prediction corner kick strategy that will reveal our top secret website and tips to find corner kick event to make consistent win, as we have been sharing with you. Also, 6 amazing AI tools we use, the home and away match prediction strategy step by step, and finally, by 2.5 goal match prediction strategy to beat the bookies and win even more. Once you become a member of either the Level 2 or Level 3 Masterclass, you have access to this top-notch and epic video tutorial. And if you are a member of the Level 3 Masterclass, you also have access to all Level 2 video tutorial as well. The link to these various match prediction tutorials will be found below this video. Once you are a member of either of the two plans, you can access the link below this video and come to start to watch all of these video tutorials and start to master the strategy we have revealed, our top secret strategy, and start to take your winning to the next height. Also, if you come here to the front page of our page, that is the front page of our channel here, and navigate to this area that says videos, you are also going to notice that we have been publishing or recently publishing some epic video tutorials which are for free. And of course, for example, if you come to this area, expert tips for winning soccer matches, we have revealed some strategy which you can come here and learn what we have shared here to start to apply them. We also have another, which of course we have titled it as 5 hidden Sofascore features or tips to win more bets. We have revealed the top 5 features of Sofascores which you can use to start making consistent win. And there are many more here on our channel. You want to make sure to access that area and start to take the advantage of what we have shared to put it and apply and start to make your own win ticket. And you can see that you can either join as a member of the Level 2 Pro Plan or the Level 3 Master Plan to start to have access to all of these match prediction tutorial classes to take your winning to the next height. So of course, you have to decide which to join and navigate the link below this video description to choose your own package plan and join as a member to have access to this benefit. So without wasting time, let's now begin to the first event of our today's list. Looking at the first event, we looked at United Arab Emirates, a match between Al Sajjah against Diba Al Hist. In this event, of course, the recent performance of the home Al Sajjah have proved to be very offensive based on recent events they have had, scoring 4, 2, and 3 goals in each event. The opponent, on the other hand, have proved also to be more offensive, but they do concede as much as compared to that of the home. Looking, of course, at the recent performance in terms of stands by the home and away, the home team, in terms of the form, Al Sajjah have proved to be very offensive. They top this table, of course, having played 5 events recently, they have had all the 5 lead, scoring 12 goals and conceding 1. Very offensive and defensive. But that of the away, which of course proved that the defensive line is very weak. They have conceded up to 14 goals in just 5 events to prove that the defensive line is not very good. And looking here at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, the defensive line of the away have proved to be very weak. And since the offense of the home proved to be very offensive, we looked at the home to take advantage of that weak defense, to either lead this match in full time as one of the major picks, as well as the possibility of 1.5 or 2 goals over to occur in this match in full time. These are our 2 major picks for this particular event. 1, the home to lead. 2, at least 1.5 goal or 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we looked at United Arab Emirates, a match between Al Nas against Al Uroba. For this event, the performance of Al Nas, based on recent events they've had, have proved to be very offensive, scoring 5 goals in each event, a very high offensive strength. But that of its opponent, on the other hand, have a very weak defense, and the defensive line is not great. Looking at the stand performance in terms of recent events they've had, the performance in terms of form by the home have proved that they are very offensive, scoring 12 goals in 5 events. That's a good offense with a defense that is not very tight. But that of the away, Ruba have proved that the defensive line here is very weak, conceded up to 15 goals in just 5 events. A very weak defensive line, and want to look at 2 to 3 major picks in full time. For this particular event, the home have proved to be very offensive based on home gameplay, but that of the away, the defensive line is not very tight. We look therefore at the home to take advantage of the weak defense of the away to lead this match in full time. We're just looking at the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in full time or 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we looked at France in the Premier League women, a match between Montpellier against Lyon. The performance of the home team Montpellier have proved to concede a lot based on recent events they have had. The defensive line is not good. But that of Lyon, on the other hand, have proved to have a very great offense. They just recently had a game against PSG women with a lead, and they have proved to be offensive based on recent events they have had. The stand performance in terms of recent gameplay have proved that Lyon stand a better form, and looking at the away of Lyon, of course, the proof to lead this table. They have scored 16 goals in just 5 events with 4 lead. That's a great offense and defense. But that of the home have proved that the defensive line is not very tight, and the offense is average. And looking at everything in place, we look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, Lyon women have proved to be very offensive based on recent events they have had, and they topple this table based on the away lineup. And looking at this, that the fact the defense line of the home is not very tight, and the offense of the away is very offensive, we want to look at the least goals probability. 1, 1.5 goal in full time, 2 goals over, or Lyon to lead. But goals probability is our safest option. At least 1.5 goal in full time or 2 goals over. Looking at the next here, we look at Qatar Stars League, a match between Salah against Al Duhal. Performance of the home have proved to be very conceding based on recent events they have had with a weak defensive line. But that of the away, based on recent events, have proved to be more offensive. And they've had games with strong teams like Ariane, scoring equal number of goals, that is a 0-0 line, which area is very offensive. And they've had games also having 5-6 goals recently. Looking at the stance performance in terms of recent events they've had, of course, the away in terms of form have proved to be on a better stand. Al Duha have proved here that based on the position line on the table, the top of this table sitting on the first line, 5 matches played, 13 goals scored, 4 conceded. A great offense and better defense. But that of the home have proved that the defensive line is very weak, and want to look at 2 major picks in full time. For this particular event, the away team have proved to have a more offensive strength. And since the home performance have proved that the defensive line is not very tight and the offense is at least average, therefore want to look at the away to take advantage of that weak defense of the home to lead this match in full time. But of course, goals probability is the most safest option. So we are looking at least 1.5 goal in full time as one of the major picks, as well as 2 goals over. These are our 2 major picks for this particular event. Looking at the next here, we look at Saudi Arabia in the professional league, this time Al Hilal against Al Agdor. For this event, the performance of Al Hilal, based on recent events they have had, proved that they are very offensive in terms of strength. Of course, that of its opponent, on the other hand, do not have this great defense, but of course the offense is also good. Looking at the stance comparison in terms of recent events they've had, the performance of the home Al Hilal have proved to have a very great offensive strength, scoring 21 goals in just 5 events. That's a very great offense. But that of the away in terms of recent game played have proved that the defensive line is not very great with an average offense. And looking at everything in place, we look at 2 major picks in full time. For this particular event, the home have proved to be very offensive. And the offensive line recently have proved to be very strengthened. That of the away in terms of the defensive line is not very strong. And therefore want to look at that of the home to take advantage of the weak defense of the away to either lead this match in full time as one of the major picks. And we also want to look at least 1.5 goal, 2 goals over to occur in this match in full time. These are our 2 major picks for this particular event. 1, the home to lead. 2, at least 1.5 goals or 2 goals over in this event in full time. Looking at the next, we looked at Germany in the Bundesliga women. A match between Eintracht Frankfurt women against Bayer Leverkusen women. The recent performance of Eintracht Frankfurt have proved to be very offensive, especially in the CF, that is the club-friendly women they have had, scoring a lot number of goals. That of Leverkusen also, on the other hand, have proved to be more offensive And I've also had games in the club friendly proving to be very strengthened. This time, these two stronger teams are coming to meet, having that probability to score more goals. Of course, the performance of the home in terms of form have proved that Frankfurt have a very great offensive strength with also a very powerful defense. Scoring 20 goals in just 5 events proved that they are good. That of the away, on the other hand, Leverkusen have also proved that they have a better or a good defense. And of course, the offense is average. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks in full time. For this particular event, of course, both of the two sides have more probability to score. But the fact that the home defensive line is very tight and the away also prove to have a tight defense, of course, both of the two sides want to impress. And since they are two teams of great strength, there will be more shoot on and off target, resulting to blocks and corner kicks. We also want to look at the possibility of goals here. One, the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in this event in full time. Two, the possibility of at least 6.5 corner kicks, 7.5 corner kicks, and 8 corners in this event in full time. These are our major pick for this particular event because more shoot on and off target will be blocked due to the very great defensive line deflecting the ball out of the goal point, resulting to corners. Therefore, we'll look at corner kick probability as well. 6.5 corners, 7.5 corners, and 8 corner kick in full time. These are our major pick for this particular event. And to those of you who want to have access to our handpick event, which we share to members only, we have just recently shared our top list of game prediction in terms of goals possibility. We have also recently just shared games based on corner kicks event with huge odds. And to those of you who want to have access to these features, then of course you want to make sure to become a member of the level 2 pro plan or the level 3 master plan to have access to these features to take your winning to the next height. You also have access to top-notch betting class tutorials, which of course you're going to have benefit of it to access these features to start to make consistent win when it comes to match predictions. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye-bye for now.